Hello everyone, and time for another opinion video. You may have heard of this already. The news is just kind of hitting the vegan world. Uber athlete, world champion free runner Tim Shieff admits to eating eggs and fish. He has been an ambassador for Veganuary, as you can see him here wearing the shirt. He has been vegan, this is a guess, but I'd say at least a decade. He has a long history with veganism and excelling as an athlete, and he has been the kind of person that people can look to and say, hey, look at Tim Shieff. If he can do it and be extremely successful and strong on a plant-based diet, we all can. Well, Tim recently, I guess, had some sort of issues. Says he wasn't feeling the best, and he decided to turn to eating eggs and fish. And of course, he posted this video on YouTube. Now, he apparently says he's come back to veganism. Uh, I didn't watch the full video. I've watched most of the one video, but I don't know if there's more to the story. I don't know if he's come back to veganism for the animals. I'm not sure if he just had like a crisis of sort of health and thought, let me try this. I don't know. I don't know about his convictions. I don't know all of this. So, he's come back to veganism, but that's not to say he's going to stay. Now, I question why he even bothered to put out a video on this, because the problem, as he must know and as other vegans know, is that when you put out a video like this, it says that someone who has been successful, strong, healthy, and living as a vegan, that you can't sustain a vegan lifestyle for the long haul. And carnists love to take that one vegan who says, "Oh look, I had to turn to eating meat and dairy or whatever," and say, "See, you guys can't do this." So while I understand he may have been having some issues with his health and feeling unwell and maybe even kind of scared about that, if he's actually tried something and has said, "You know what, I don't need that, I'm back to veganism," I kind of wonder why he bothered to broadcast that to the world, because the effect is still going to be kind of negative. But anyway, the video is apparently called "Sharing a Tough Truth," and he's a two-time world champion free runner. Just incredible. I've seen some of his videos, and he was on, I think it was American Ninja Warrior. He's tried various approaches, including a raw vegan diet, and get this, people, urine therapy. Yes, urine. He was drinking his own pee, and he did a 35-day water fast. Now, one thing I'm just going to comment on, and you guys can weigh in on this. I find that the people who tend to be vegan, who leave veganism, are always the ones who have some sort of extreme vegan diet. Am I wrong? Like, they're the ones who are like, well, I'm going to try the fruitarian diet. Well, I'm going to try the raw vegan diet. Well, I'm going to try the raw till 4 diet. They're always the ones who just have some sort of weird diet within the vegan, within their veganism, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying if you want to be raw vegan, that's perfectly fine. I mean, I believe it's fully healthy and probably optimal. But I'm talking about those people who never seem to just be vegan. They're vegan with a twist. Oh, no, I'm doing this diet. Oh, I'm only eating fruits. I'm only, whatever. Who's that guy? The vegetable police? Yeah, he was the most recent one. He has gone from raw veganism to raw till 4 to, I don't know, to cooked food to potatoes only, all kinds of weird stuff. And he's also been having issues, and I think he's now on like a carnivore or raw meat diet. So that's just one observation, and correct me if I'm wrong. So it seems to me that there's something in the mind of these people, or maybe in the stress that they put towards eating, that there's an orthorexia there that leads them to jump from one extreme diet to the next extreme diet, and when that doesn't work out the way they want, then they're like, oh, I'm going to abandon veganism. But anyway, I don't know about the urine therapy, because that's just not what I'm about, I'll tell you that. And Tim Shieff, he's gotten some flack because he also believes that the world is flat. So, anyway, he apparently woke up to stiff joints, cracking joints, and feeling desperate for health. And he did try raw veganism, and then said he didn't feel healed. And of course, he then decided suddenly that he may as well have eggs. And he went down to a local farm that looked like it was a nice farm with free chickens. And apparently he ate a couple of raw eggs, not sure why raw, and he felt better. Now, I read Dr. Garth Davis's post on Instagram about this, and I believe what he says to be true. You have a couple eggs and you feel better, that does scream placebo effect. I just don't think you're going to have 2 eggs in a day or whatever time frame, and instantly it's like a magic pill. I mean, heck, it takes longer for pain medication to kick in for people. So I find that to be questionable, and you know, and if he did feel better, maybe having just come from a water fast or raw veganism, he needed some source of omega 3s. And that's okay because everybody needs a source of that. And if you don't want to get it from eating fish, there are supplements you can get, or you can have your flax, walnuts. You need some fats. And sometimes people, when they're on a raw fruit diet or so forth, do not even consume some of the nuts for the healthy fats. So I'm not really sure what was going on with Tim in particular. And he says here, you hear all these stats. Dr. Greger says animal products and cause damage and worse than smoking cigarettes, but then he started questioning all of this stuff, and he bought some salmon after trying the fish, and and he tried that and he wanted to speak about it, and at the same time he didn't. I guess he felt scared and concerned and so forth. And of course he's received some negative feedback. But let's just take a listen, because this is part of his video. Let's hear what he has to say.
But at the same time, I think I'm still allowed my own space to just try things. And this is, with veganism, it's the one thing really that you can try that it's hard to go back on when you're so out, especially when you're so outspoken. Like other things, I slept in my bed and I slept on the floor, and I said, "Oh, sleeping on the floor is better than sleeping in the bed." But I go back to sleep on the bed to confirm that. You don't know until you go back to the old ways if it's really better for you. So, but with veganism, you don't really step back and go, "Oh, actually, I did feel better before vegan." It's like you're in it, you're committed.
Very interesting that he says that, and we all have a choice. We can all decide to eat as many animals as we want. That's the way the law is. There's an ethical choice, which is what's behind veganism, and which is why many vegans will say that it's not about their health primarily, although we do know that many people experience health benefits. This is not to say that vegans will never get sick, that vegans will never get cancer, that vegans will never get a cold, that vegans will never feel bad, that vegans will never have a headache. No one's going to say that. But if you can live healthily and happily being a vegan and not contribute to the suffering of animals and to the death of the planet, why not? So that's really the question. And I don't even want to say, I mean, he's fully entitled to do what he wants to do. So if he felt he needed to try this to feel better, well, no one's going to force him to not try it. I just wonder why he decided to speak out about this, because, I mean, maybe if I get through the rest of the video, he's going to say that he found this didn't help him. But I think he probably should have tried to seek some medical help first, like get some blood work done, see if he's lacking in certain things, or if there's another cause, possibly for him feeling unwell. Even here, YouTuber Mike the Vegan told him, get a blood panel. Like, you don't know what's going on. You can't just sit there and guess. Let's see, here's some more.
So it's never thought in my life that I'd do that again, but it's something out of desperation led me to try that. But I don't know what it is. But then there's so much more to health and healing and health in the body than just diet and nutrition, and there's so much emotional involvement and other things as well.
And he's absolutely right about that. I think about people like Nikocado Avocado, who left veganism. Again, people with extreme diets who seem as though they're kind of just unwell generally. Like there's this eating disorder sort of aspect, or just like overly obsessive about what they eat. It's really not that hard to be vegan. It really, really isn't. In any case, this is what Tim has done. I'm glad, because it sounds as though he has come back from that. I just wish he probably didn't broadcast this, because meat eaters around the world are rejoicing right now, saying, hey, this proves you can't succeed as a vegan. While there have been vegans for many, many years, and there are media users saying, ah, ha, ha, see, vegans cheat. And there's no need to cheat to be a vegan. I mean, we get all the nutrients we need, with some exception if you want to say B12 or certain things might be harder. But again, I'll have a simple supplement for that and not worry about it. And again, meat eaters are also having supplements. The vitamin and supplement business is not staying in business because of the small percentage of vegans who exist. So let me just see something else here. So Shieff has come from what? Significant criticism. Okay. 17 years ago today, Barry Horn lost his life. Yeah, okay, Yep, this was talking about how Tim is apologizing to the vegan community, and, he was criticized, being told he should apologize to the animals. Anyway, so this is Tim Shieff. I don't know what you guys think. Just want to get some discussion going here. What do you think about being vegan and, perhaps trying out eating meat again if you've gone vegan and you've got such a huge public platform? Is it okay? Should he have just kept his mouth shut? Is it okay that he talks about it and then says, hey, you know what, I'm back to being vegan? I mean, he can do whatever he wants, obviously. And as Dr. Garth Davis said, veganism doesn't rest on the decisions of one person. And it's just really not only about diet. But I do believe that for some people, the obsessive nature of thinking about food too much causes anxiety and stress that can lead you to be unwell. So that's what Tim said. Health is more than just what you eat. If you're constantly stressed about what you're going to eat, that's going to affect you. So that is pretty much it. I'm just kind of scanning through. I didn't read the entire article. He feels pressure, yes, of course. But I realized I felt unbelievable amounts of pressure for 6 years. Pressure to conduct myself flawlessly in my daily consumption of food, products, and resources alongside sustaining myself mentally, spiritually, and physically. Compounded with internet abuse, it takes a toll. It scared me to be public about this, but that wasn't a reason not to speak on it. I got into veganism for the animals, for my health, and for Mother Earth, and all of those are in mind with every choice I make. Well, okay. Everyone can have a lapse, and I do hope that he is back to being vegan because I think he has proved you can be vegan and be healthy. I just hope he has like a balanced vegan diet. There's no need for one extreme to the next, but that's my thought, guys. I don't know what you think. Share your comments. Let's get some discussion going. That's all for now. I will see you in the next video.